What's the crack, everyone? What's the bleeding story? Hope you're all doing well. Finishing up for work if yous are. Keeping safe. Have all the presents got. The missuses and the fellases and all that sorted out. I thought I was actually finished, but then I was told, "Did you get this one a present?" I was there. Bollocks! I fucking hate that. So I have to fucking go into bleeding town now, Dublin City, tomorrow morning and just get one more thing. I know what I'm getting, so hopefully I won't be too long getting it. But I hope I don't have too many sherries, tonight, and I'm not groggy then getting up in the morning. But you know yourself. But no, just dropping a quick video as it says. I was just looking at few sort of transfers and all that sort of stuff, and I seen that Renato Sanchez, or whatever the fuck you call him, the Portuguese fella, is being heavily linked with us. He had a good Euros, wasn't it? I think 2016. He bleeding burst onto the scene. He was really good, very impressive. And I think he was at Benfica or something like that, and he got moved to Bayern out of it. But I don't think it worked out too well there. And I remember him in Swansea, and there was a big sort of deal when he was going to Swansea. Like, Jesus Christ, is that he's going to run amok there? But I don't think it suited him too well. And then he eventually he went to Lille, I think, after that. Well, he is at Lille now, I know that, but I don't think he went straight to Lille. I think he did actually, yeah. Because it was on 2016, so yeah, probably right there. But yeah, so he's been linked, and he has been doing well at Lille. I've seen him in Portugal. We're playing in the internationals. I've seen a few games, and I've seen him playing against Ireland and stuff. And yeah, he's a good player. But the ups and downs of that is he was in Bayern, and he didn't hit the ground running there. But I suppose, look, you're only a young fella. You're in Bayern, and there's a lot of top quality players, as all Arsenal fans know, especially back then. Well, I suppose even further than back then, but that there is top ballers in Bayern. They're slapping us every time they play us 5-1 at least. Um, but yeah, to break into that team, you'd want to be special. And for a young player, obviously from Portugal and moving over to Germany, and being young, it's a big step for him. So the sort of the ups and downs of it, is he sort of went off and he's learned his trade, if you know what I mean. And I like when a player does that, because um he sort of it sort of tells he's a bit intelligent, going, right, I fucked up at Bayern. I need to go back to the drawing board, and if it's going to a lower team or whatever, no disrespect to Lille, but going to a lesser club and getting your games under your belt, and learning the hard way, as they say, and get stuck in. And like the young Arsenal players now that are Patino and Balogun and stuff like that, you need to be playing senior football. It's a completely different ball game than under 23s, under 18s, 19s, whatever. To be getting fucking hit by big men, and you need to be, let's say it's a cold weather game, it's lashing rain, and you get fucking hit by a big bleeding donkey, to get up and get back on your feet and get stuck in and try to dust yourself down and start playing ball again. It's a completely different game, and you have to be able to do that. And fair play to him, he went to Lille anyway, and he was getting stuck in. And as it says, I've seen him doing a few international games, and he has been getting stuck in. And he's a good player. I wouldn't mind seeing him at Arsenal, to be honest with you. Now the only thing about it is I wouldn't want to be going paying fucking over 30-35 million or something for him. You know what I mean? It's still a bit of a gamble. But if you got him for about 20-25 million, on okay wages, and I don't want to see this 100 and odd grand a week. You know what I mean? If that's the case, it's a bad taste in my mouth getting a player in like that. Now if you're paying 20-25 million and you're paying him 50, 60, whatever a week, that's fair enough. And say to him then, look, earn your stripes, prove to us that you want a bigger contract. We'll give it you if you put the effort in and you start playing good games, and start pushing the top choice players for positions. You know, then it works out a good deal if he does hit the ground running, and he's well worth it. So yeah, look, I'd take a shot on him. I definitely would take a shot with him. Like, playing with top players. He's obviously learned a bit with Bayern, in Lille as well, and in the international team, like the Portuguese international team. They're brilliant. Like, you're learning off the likes of Ronaldo, Jota. You know, everyone else. Pepe is still there, isn't he? Experienced players like that. So you can only learn off that. So yeah, I take him. I would take him, but if the price is right, big time. I don't want silly prices. Like the way Arsenal sign players is a joke. It's a fucking disgrace if you ask me, and it really bugs me. Really, really gets to me. And I've seen another thing that, like, Aubameyang, if Barca are after him. Now that's grand, and that they're interested in a swap move. Swap moves, like, we had Sanchez and Mkhitaryan fucking doing the swap deals, but they're very rare, and I don't believe in all the bullshit that the papers, they'll print anything. Like, if I wrote something to them, that fucking copy paste it, and there it is. And you'd see, like, fucking newspaper A fucking says something about bleeding Arteta wants to sign fucking Cristiano Ronaldo, and then our paper B will have the exact same thing, the exact same wording. The two, they're just swapping. There's no journalist now actually going, "Do you know what? I'll look into it, and I'll see what can find out." Surely you can make a few calls here and there, and I know your man's agent. I'll see what they're saying. But no, it just seems like there's one person does the calling, and then he sells his news to both a paper A and paper B. It's just, it's just so annoying to even read all this crap. But anyway, yeah. So Barca interested in Aubameyang. That's grand. Off with you. Just take him. He's going to the AFCON. Take his wages off the bill. Even if Arsenal have to stump up 100 grand a week because he's on what, 375, 350, whatever. That's a joke, So if it turns around and they're sort of him and hawing about the wages, Arsenal should just turn around here. We'll give you a few quid towards his wages, so to keep him happy and just get him fucking out of here, because he's a bad egg now. He's only going to be bad mouthing everyone. But Barca interested in him, and you just seen the swap deals. What I was saying there is swap deals could be Dembele or Coutinho, and I was just thinking, like, this Coutinho thing, it's going on and on and on, and fucking Gio Jarabkrim, whatever the fuck you call him, he's mates with Edu, and Edu's missus. I'm always going to say that, but he's mates with him, and if there was a deal to go through, you could probably fucking see that happening, but I'm not interested in that. And the reason is, like, yeah, look, Coutinho's a good player. He was fucking brilliant at Liverpool, excellent at Liverpool, but he's on the big bucks now. He's not going to come cheap. He's going to, like, right, you might get him in a swap deal with Aubameyang, that's grand, but the wages you're going to be paying that chap is just going to be unbelievable. And I don't like that. Like, a player coming in, he's just there going, I'm fucking loaded, I'm bleeding, I'm fucking truckloads of bleeding money, and you want me to go to fucking Stoke City and get pissed on and get fucking milled out of it? Nah, I'm alright. They're not into it. You want someone hungry, someone that wants to bleed and do it, and especially project youth, what they're talking shy about. A player like that coming in will not help the young players. Will not help them fucking develop. And I mean attitude wise, like, he's just going to be sitting back going, yeah, I'm fucking loaded. I'm not going to be putting the effort in fucking pissy fucking weather and cold nights out, and, like, so the players were just there, well, why the fuck am I trying, you know what I mean? So it's just a bad eggs in the fucking, you don't want that. Dembele as well, he just comes with his big wages, big money as well. Like, another player that was Aubameyang, the swap deal, if you want to call it. But no, I'm not mad at it. But look, they are good players. I'm not saying they're not. They are good players, but it's just stuff like that I'm just not into. I just want people at our club that are willing to fight for the badge and get stuck in, and, like, put an arm around the young fella and teach him a few things, and, like, that's what you want at the club. None of these prima donnas driving in Ferraris and fucking putting their feet up when the going's getting tough. You want someone to drag you out. You want a leader, and them two players for me are definitely not leaders. But yeah, look, I'm waffling on here. Thanks for watching the videos and liking and the comments. Really appreciate it. Fair play to you for watching them. Yeah, hopefully I don't have too many more of these. I'm going in watching the darts now. Hopefully there's a few good games there. I'll have a few beers watching that, and then up early in the morning, get me final present, and then I'm done and dusted. I'll drop another video tomorrow, as it says. If there's anything you want me to talk about, anything at all, doesn't bother me. I'm pretty honest. I shoot from the hip. If there's something I don't like, I'll tell you. As it says, like the video, subscribe. If you don't, I don't feel bollocks. Thanks for watching, appreciate it. Take care and get your all your shopping done. If you don't, hurry the fuck up. You don't have long left. Take care.